Okay, let's start with the workaround. How does it work?
Of internet providers, X changed the way it routes its traffic on the site, and it's now using IP addresses that are shared with really popular Brazilian websites like bands and even government banks and even government websites. So it's very hard for regulators to clamp down now, because if they do, that would imply that lots of other popular websites would also be inadvertently blocked. So it's really put many regulators in a difficult position here.
X has responded, a spokesperson saying it was an inadvertent and temporary service restoration to Brazilian users, and we expect the platform to be inaccessible again in Brazil soon. But this is hefty fines being laid down. Is this usually the response from the Supreme Court?
The Supreme Court has specifically, one Supreme Court judge, Alexandre de Moraes, has been locked in a months-long feud with X's owner, Elon Musk. The Supreme Court judge is heading this campaign here, which he says is needed to clean up the internet and really take down a lot of vitriol, hate speech that has been really spreading over the last few years in Brazil. Musk, for his part, has often referred to himself as a free speech absolutist. So these are kind of like two trains clashing with each other. And this is just the latest twist in this long-standing feud. The Supreme Court has applied fines and on Musk companies already for over-content moderation, and we're seeing an increasingly harsher tone and more threats to apply additional fines like we're seeing today.
Andy, you're in Rio. How is this story being discussed in the local press? What do social media users of Brazil make of all of it?
So yesterday, or in late Tuesday or early Tuesday morning, when these reports that X was coming back, this really stunned a lot of internet users in Brazil, because the ban has been really widespread. And for most average users, we just simply not have access to the site anymore. So people were really shocked, and there was all this speculation that maybe the ban had been revoked, maybe Elon Musk had started to obey the court orders, and that perhaps the ban had been revoked. So this is lots of people were excited when it was back, but now we're kind of seeing that we may not be any closer to seeing it come back in here in Brazil.